The modern sport of football, or otherwise known as soccer, was invented in England by schoolboys who made their own rules and called it street football, which became very popular. But the sport of football can find its roots in ancient Han China as early as 206 BC. Then it came to Italy and then England by the 12th century. When it arrived in England, it was known as folk football and was very dangerous, and many people would die playing it. It would eventually be banned, and by the 1800s, the game was all but extinct. But some schoolboys modified the game to be less deadly with their own rules, and street football was created. Since it became so popular, people made it a sport, and so in 1857, the first football club was created. And a little while later, more were created, and they all met up and made universal rules. And that's the beginning of football or soccer. Its rules have changed a lot since the first iteration was introduced. It is widely believed that sailors and immigrants from the early 1900s spread the game across the world. The main objective of football is to kick the ball into the other team's goal more than they can against you. Measurements in football are the height of the players, size of the ball, field length, goalie box, and goal size, which all depend on the age group you're in. These are measured in feet and yards in the US, but in meters in the rest of the world. Another measurement is how long your strides are and your speed.
Most runs made in soccer are explosive, high-intensity runs rather than long, slow runs. I prefer my center midfielders to have good technique on the ball, meaning they should have good movement with smaller strides.
Going 15 to 25 miles an hour, especially a one-on-one against a goalkeeper. Speed also depends on how big or small your touch is while trying to dribble and get past the defender. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction, and force equals mass times acceleration. And professional soccer players can kick extremely hard with a lot of force. You want something to cushion that blow, so you wear shin guards to help you protect your shins. And while something is pushing down on your shin guards take the majority of your blunt force, and your shins are able to push back on the shin guard. And also, the law of inertia affects goalkeeper the same way it does all other masses.
Number 5. Depends on a player's preference. Shin guard should fit just above the bend of the ankle and a few inches below the knee. The keeper in the ball will tend to remain in its state of motion or rest until a new force modifies it. So, for example, the ball will remain still until it's kicked.